The command deck of the Zorathian Dominion's flagship, Unbroken Spear, glowed violet, casting shadows on Commander Silax's scaled face. His 6 eyes narrowed at the holodisplay. Earth, a muddy blue-green orb. Primitive, he hissed, tail lashing. Their ships barely crawled beyond their moon. Sub-Commander Vren, her crest flaring yellow, tapped a claw. Scans show scattered settlements, crude weapons, conquest in 3 cycles. Silax's mandibles clicked smugly. Deploy the Vanguard Legion. Crush their strongest point. Break their spirit. Officers in the war room buzzed. Bioluminescent markings pulsing confidently. The Zorathians had subdued 9 systems, their plasma lances and grav drones unmatched. Earth's data, chemical slug throwers, no shields, was laughable. Tactical Officer Clith, a wiry cephalopod, waved a tentacle. Their physiology is absurd. Soft skin, 2 legs, no armor. They'll scatter. Silax's eyes glinted. Land at their northern military zone. Show them futility. In Fort Bragg's dense forests, Recon Unit 12 ran a night drill. Sergeant Elena Vasquez, a wiry veteran, crouched by a pine, NVG scanning. Her 10 reservists, mechanics, teachers, grumbled. "Sarge, why's it always mud?" Private Chen muttered, wiping boots. Elena smirked. "Builds character. Eyes up. Simulate hostiles." Corporal Diaz's radio crackled. "Sarge, weird interference. Really weird." The sky split with a roar. Crimson lights pierced clouds, and angular ships disgorged towering Zorathians with glowing lances. Plasma bolts scorched earth, igniting trees. Elena's squad dove for cover. "What the hell?" Chen yelped, clutching his M4. Specialist Harper, the sci-fi geek, peeked out. "Sarge, aliens! Actual ETs!" Elena's jaw tightened. "Hostiles are hostiles. Form up, hit and run." The Vanguard Legion, 200 strong, advanced in phalanxes, expecting panic. Recon Unit 12 melted into the forest using familiar terrain. Elena's voice was calm. "Chen, Harper, flank left. Diaz, get command. Rest with me." They moved like ghosts, firing precise shots. Zorathian armor took glancing hits, but shots to glowing chest vents, breathing ports, Elena guessed, dropped them with shrieks. On the Unbroken Spear, Silax scoffed at casualty reports. 10% losses? To primitives? Vren's crest dimmed. "They're ambushing, using cover." Claith's tentacles twitched. "Impossible. No tactical acumen in scans." Silax's tail lashed. "Double the advance. Crush them." Vren's console pinged. A human transmission. Recon 12. Unknown hostiles engaged. Holding. Silax's eyes widened. Holding. The Zorathians had underestimated Earth's grit, and Recon Unit 12 was schooling them in tenacity. Fort Bragg's forest blazed. Zorathian plasma bolts turning pines to ash. Sergeant Elena Vasquez crouched behind a boulder, Recon Unit 12's 10 reservists fighting fierce. Her M4 punched a Zorathian's chest vent, its shriek echoing. "Nice shot, Sarge," Corporal Diaz called, wrestling comms. "Command's getting our SOS, but interference is hell." Specialist Harper dodged a blast, grinning. "Sarge, my sci-fi dream, minus dying." Elena snapped. "Focus. Chen, cover right." The Zorathians, expecting a rout, faltered as phalanxes broke under sniper fire. Elena's squad used ridges and gullies, hitting and fading. Private Chen, a mechanic, nailed 2 aliens. "They're slow to adapt," he shouted. Elena nodded, spotting rigid formations. "Cocky. Keep them guessing." Command crackled faintly. "Recon 12. Hold. Reinforcements 2 hours out." Elena cursed. 2 hours was forever. Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's eyes blazed. 20% Vanguard losses. "Primitives with slug throwers," he roared. Sub-Commander Vren's crest flickered. "They target vents, deliberately." Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles flailed. "Crude weapons, yet precise." Silax's tail slammed. "Animals! Deploy grav drones, flatten cover."
Wren hesitated. Sir, scans show 10 humans. Small unit. Silax froze. 10? Against 200? Officer's bioluminescence dimmed. Unease spreading. Clith's hollow showed a human. Soft-skinned. Rifle-wielding. This Recon unit isn't their main force, he quavered. Intercepts say reservists. Part-time. Silax's mandibles clicked. Part-time? Shredding us? Wren's crest dulled. Their military's mobilizing. Vehicles. Aircraft. Silax scoffed. But doubt crept in. Send drones. End this. Grav drones hummed over Fort Bragg, ripping trees. Elena's squad scrambled, dirt exploding. Sarge, pinned, Chen yelled. Elena's mind raced. Harper, Diaz, rig a trap. C4 from demo kit. Harper's eyes lit up. Blow drones? Hell yeah! They lured a drone into a gully, detonating C4. The blast shredded it, shrapnel downing another. Zorathian screams followed as Elena's squad fired. Silax's holofeed showed drone wreckage, his tail coiling. 30% losses, Wren shook. Their leader, Sergeant Vasquez, sent, back off or regret it. Silax snarled, threats? Cleeth's tentacles drooped. Sir, their networks are alive, attack videos spreading. They're uniting. Silax's eyes narrowed. Recon Unit 12 wasn't just fighting. They were exposing Zorathian failure globally. The invasion was unraveling, and these part-timers were the spark. Recon Unit 12 darted through Fort Bragg's smoldering forest, Zorathian plasma scorching the air. Sergeant Elena Vasquez slid into a ditch, her squad's 10 reservists keeping pace despite exhaustion. Private Chen reloaded, panting. Sarge, they're sending bigger toys. A Zorathian mech, 8-legged and cannon-armed, stomped through the trees, its sensors glowing. Elena's eyes narrowed. Diaz, any word from command? Corporal Diaz shook his head. Still jammed, but I'm trying. Specialist Harper, clutching his rifle, whispered, That's no drone, that's a freaking Gundam. Elena ignored the geek-out. Chen, Harper, draw its fire. Rest, with me. Aim for joints. The squad split, Chen and Harper lobbing smoke grenades to confuse the mech's sensors. Elena led the others, circling to its rear. Their M4S barked, rounds sparking off leg joints. The mech stumbled, cannons misfiring. Now! Elena shouted, tossing a satchel charge. The explosion cracked a leg, toppling the beast with a metallic groan. Aboard the unbroken spear, Commander Silax's tail thrashed as the mech's feed cut out. A war mech destroyed by 10 primitives. Sub-Commander Wren's crest was pale. They exploit weaknesses, sir. Joints, vents, our tech's not invulnerable. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles curled. Their slugs pierce unshielded gaps. It's calculated. Silax roared. Calculated? They're beasts. Wren's console flashed. Sir, human networks are viral. Civilian videos of our losses spreading globally. The war room's glow dimmed. Officers exchanging nervous glances. Cleith pulled a hollow. Elena, mid-fight, directing her squad. This Vasquez leads with precision, he said. Intercepts confirm she's a reservist, not elite. Silax's eyes bulged. Not elite. And 35% of my legions gone. Wren swallowed. Their main forces, tanks, jets, are hours away. Silax's mandibles twitched. Deploy Psi drones. Disrupt their minds. End this. On Earth, Psi drones whined overhead, emitting pulses that scrambled thoughts. Chen clutched his head, groaning. Sarge, feels like my brain's frying. Elena, jaw clenched, fought the haze. Focus on my voice. Diaz, EMP that thing. Diaz, trembling, rigged an EMP pulse from their comms gear. The blast fried a drone, its signal fading. The squad shook off the fog, firing at the rest. Harper whooped, Take that, mine zappers. Silax's hollow showed the Psi drone's wreck, his scales darkening. They countered psionics? Wren's crest quivered. Their leaders adapting faster than our models. Cleeth's voice shook. Sir, they're global broadcasts. Humans are rallying, not panicking. Their governments are coordinating. Silax's tail coiled tight. Recon Unit 12 was a spark igniting Earth's defiance, and the Zorathians' arrogance was crumbling. Send the elite cohort, Silax growled. I want Vasquez's head. But doubt gnawed. Could 10 reservists really be this unstoppable? Or was Earth hiding something far worse? Fort Bragg's forest was a war zone, Recon Unit 12 weaving through smoke and wreckage. Sergeant Elena Vasquez ducked a plasma bolt, her squad's reservists low on ammo but high on grit. Corporal Diaz's radio finally crackled. Command, clear. Recon 12, this is General Torres. Reinforcements 90 minutes out. Hold ground. Elena exhaled. Copy, sir. We're giving 'em hell. Private Chen, nursing a grazed arm, muttered, Hope hell's enough. Specialist Harper, scanning the dark, hissed, Sarge, incoming, elite types. Zorathian elites, clad in shimmering armor, stalked forward, their lances pulsing with deadly precision. Unlike the phalanxes, they moved tactically, using cover. Elena's gut tightened. They're learning. Chen, Harper, bait 'em to the ravine. Diaz, rig claymores. The squad executed. Chen and Harper firing and retreating, luring elites into a trap. Claymores detonated, shredding 3 aliens. The rest scattered, but Elena's team pounced, dropping 2 more with vent shots. On the unbroken spear, Commander Silax's roar shook the war room. Elites falling? To reservists, Sub-Commander Vren's crest was ghost white. 40% Vanguard losses, sir. They adapt to every move. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles trembled, pulling a hollow of Elena's squad. This Vasquez, she's not just fighting. She's teaching them our weaknesses. Silax's eyes burned. Teaching? She's prey. But Vren's console flashed. Human social media, viral with videos of Zorathian defeats. Their planets uniting, she whispered. Officers' bioluminescence flickered. Panic creeping in. Clith's voice cracked. Intercepts confirm. Recon 12 is a training unit, not special forces. Their elite are elsewhere. Silax's tail froze. Training unit? And we're losing? Vren added. Their air forces are launching. Jets, drones, closing fast. Silax slammed a claw. Deploy neurotoxin pods. Gas them out. Clith hesitated. Sir, scans show humans resist toxins better than expected. In Fort Bragg, green mist rolled in. Zorathian neurotoxin. Chen coughed, eyes watering. Sarge, this stuff's nasty. Elena, masking up, tossed him a bandana. Breathe shallow. Diaz, vent the area. Use the demo fans. Diaz rigged portable fans, dispersing the gas. Harper, coughing but grinning, fired through the haze, dropping an elite. Eat that, lizard face! The squad rallied, using the mist as cover to flank, cutting down more aliens. Silax's holofeed showed elites collapsing, his scales paling. They're using our toxin against us. Vren's crest drooped. Vasquez's squad. They're not breaking. Clythe's tentacles curled tight. Sir, their global response. Tanks, ships, millions mobilizing. This isn't just a unit, it's a species. Silax's mandibles quivered. Recon Unit 12 was turning Earth into a fortress, and the Zorathians' invasion was bleeding out. Send the war beast, Silax growled. End her. But fear gnawed. Could a beast stop what 10 humans had started? The Fort Bragg forest shuddered as a Zorathian war beast, a hulking 6-limbed juggernaut with plasma-coated claws, crashed through trees. Recon Unit 12 scattered. Sergeant Elena Vasquez barking orders. Chen, Harper, draw it west. Diaz, rig every explosive we've got. Her reservists, battered but unyielding, moved fast. Private Chen, limping, fired to enrage the beast. Specialist Harper, grinning despite the chaos, taunted, Come on, Godzilla wannabe! Corporal Diaz wired C4 and grenades into a kill zone. The beast charged, shrugging off M4 rounds, its roars deafening. Elena's squad lured it into a clearing, where Diaz's trap detonated. The blast severed a limb, toppling the monster. Elena's team swarmed, targeting its glowing underbelly, another weak point. The beast collapsed, smoking. Chen panted, "Sarge, we're officially beast slayers." Elena's radio buzzed. "General Torres, Recon 12, jets inbound, 60 minutes. Your legends." Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's scales darkened. The war beast's feed dead. "A training unit killed my beast." Sub-Commander Vren's crest was colorless. 45% losses, sir. They find every flaw. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, showing a holo of Elena. "Vasquez, she's rewriting their tactics on the fly." Silax's tail thrashed. "She's nothing." Vren's console flashed. "Human jets nearing, tanks rolling. Their planet's awake," she whispered. The war room's glow faded. Officer's bioluminescence dimming. Clath stammered, "Intercepts confirm. Recon 12 is weekend soldiers. Civilians most days." Silax's eyes bulged. "Civilians? And we're at half strength?" Vren's voice cracked. "There's social media. Billions watching our failures. They're inspired, not scared." Silax roared, "Deploy cloaked infiltrators. Take Vasquez alive." Cleith gulped, "Sir, their resilience. Toxins, psionics, beasts, nothing stops them. On Earth, cloaked Zorathians slipped through the forest, their shimmer suits hiding them." Elena's instincts flared. "Harper, Chen, sweep for glitches. Something's off." Harper, using his phone's thermal app, spotted a shimmer. "Gotcha!" His shot hit a cloaked alien's vent, dropping it. The squad ambushed the infiltrators, using flares to disrupt cloaks. Diaz's grenade took out the last, its scream fading. "Sarge, we're Ghostbusters now!" Harper laughed. Silax's holo showed the infiltrators' failure, his mandibles trembling. "They see through cloaks?" Vren's crest quivered. "Vasquez's squad. They're relentless." Cleith's tentacles curled. "Sir, their air forces are 30 minutes out. Their networks show global unity. Factories retooling for war." Silax's eyes darted. Recon Unit 12 was a beacon, turning Earth into an unbreakable wall. "Launch the plasma barrage," he hissed. "Burn their forest." But panic crept in. Could fire stop a species that thrived on defiance? Fort Bragg's forest glowed red as Zorathian ships unleashed a plasma barrage, turning Earth to glass. Sergeant Elena Vasquez led Recon Unit 12 underground, into old training bunkers. "Stay low," she barked, her 10 reservists coughing in the smoke. Private Chen clutched his M4, eyes wide. "Sarge, they're torching everything." Corporal Diaz, checking his radio, grinned. "Command's close. Jets in 20 minutes." Specialist Harper, fiddling with a scavenged Zorathian lance, muttered, "This thing's got juice. Wish I had a manual." Elena's mind raced. "Harper, can you make that lance work?" Harper nodded, tweaking wires. "Think so. Short bursts maybe." She pointed to a bunker vent. "Chen, Diaz, cover it. Harper with me. We're counterattacking." They crawled through tunnels, emerging behind Zorathian lines. Harper's jury-rigged lance fired, melting a soldier's armor. Elena's squad followed, dropping more with vent shots. "Keep moving," she urged. On the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's claws gouged his console, the barrage failing to break Recon Unit 12. "They're underground?" he roared. Sub-Commander Vren's crest flickered. 50% losses, sir. They're using our weapons now." Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles drooped, showing a holo of Harper's lance shot. "They reverse-engineered a lance in hours," he stammered. Silax's eyes burned. "Impossible. They're scavengers." Officer's bioluminescence faded, panic thick. Vren's console flashed. Human jets screaming closer. Tanks 15 minutes out. "Their networks show billions rallying," she said. "This Vasquez. She's a symbol." Claith's voice shook. "Intercepts confirm. Recon 12 is reservists. Accountants, nurses, not soldiers by trade. Silax's tail coiled. Nurses, and we're bleeding. He snarled, deploy the neurodisruptor. Scramble their brains. In the bunker, a Zorathian neurodisruptor hummed, sending waves of vertigo. Chen swayed, dropping his rifle. Sarge, can't think straight. Elena, fighting nausea, grabbed him. Breathe, Chen. Harper, jam that signal. Harper, pale but focused, rewired the lance's power core, emitting a counterpulse. The disruptor fizzled, and the squad snapped back, firing through smoke. Diaz whooped, Sarge, we're unstoppable. Elena grinned, damn right. Silax's hollow showed the disruptor's failure, his scales paling. They countered that. Vren's crest was limp. Vasquez is adapting faster than our AI. Cleith's tentacles curled. Sir, their jets are here, engaging our ships. Silax's eyes darted. Human F-35S roared over Fort Bragg. Missiles slamming Zorathian craft. Recon Unit 12 was Earth Spark, igniting a global fire. Send the strike drones. Silax hissed. Target Vasquez. But fear gripped him. Could drones stop a species that turned every loss into a lesson? Fort Bragg's skies roared with human F-35S tangling Zorathian ships, while Recon Unit 12 held the ground. Sergeant Elena Vasquez ducked a strike drone's plasma burst. Her reservists low in the bunkers. Chen, Harper, flank those drones, she ordered. Private Chen, bloody but steady, fired, clipping a drone's sensor. Specialist Harper, wielding the scavenged lance, melted another. Corporal Diaz's radio crackled. General Torres, Recon 12, tanks 5 minutes out. You're rewriting history. Elena gritted, just surviving, sir. The drones, sleek and relentless, swarmed, but Elena's squad used bunker vents to funnel them into traps. Harper rigged a lance overload, frying 3 drones. Sarge, I'm basically Iron Man, he laughed. Chen tossed a grenade, blasting another. Less marvel, more murder. Elena's M4 barked, dropping a Zorathian spotter. Above, jets downed a Zorathian ship, its wreckage crashing nearby. That's our Air Force, Diaz cheered. Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's war room was chaos. Holofeeds showing 55% Vanguard losses. Drones failing? He bellowed. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was dull. They're luring them, sir. Vasquez's tactics. Uncanny. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, displaying Elena's squad. They're reservists, civilians with day jobs. Silax's eyes bulged. Civilians? And we're crumbling? Vren's console flashed. Human tanks arriving. Global broadcasts uniting billions. Officers' bioluminescence flickered. Dread thick. Cleith stammered. Their networks. Factories retooling. Civilians volunteering. Vasquez's fights a global rally. Silax's tail lashed. A rally? From 10 humans, Vren whispered. Their elite forces, special ops, are deploying. We're out of time. Silax roared, launch the graviton pulse. Crush their resistance. Clith gulped. Sir, it risks our own troops. Silax hissed, do it. On Earth, a graviton pulse rippled, pinning Recon Unit 12 to the ground. Chen groaned. Sarge, can't move. Elena, muscle straining, crawled to Diaz. Radio command. Warn them. Diaz, gasping, sent the signal. Human tanks rolled in, unaffected, their cannons blasting Zorathian positions. Harper, fighting the pulse, fired the lance, disrupting the graviton emitter. The squad staggered up, resuming fire. Sarge, we're back, Chen shouted. Silax's hollow showed the pulse's failure, his mandibles trembling. They warned their tanks? Vren's crest quivered. Vasquez is relentless. Cleith's tentacles curled. Sir, their special ops are inbound. Elite killers. Silax's scales paled. Recon Unit 12 had turned Earth into a war machine, and the Zorathians' invasion was collapsing. Capture Vasquez. Silax growled. I need her secrets. But panic surged. Could they even catch a human who thrived on chaos? Fort Bragg's battlefield thundered, human tanks and F-35s hammering Zorathian lines. Recon Unit 12, led by Sergeant Elena Vasquez, emerged from bunkers, their reservists bloodied but fierce. Private Chen reloaded, grinning. Sarge, we've got backup. Specialist Harper, clutching the scavenged lance, spotted Zorathian capture teams. Sleek, clawed hunters. They're after us now. Corporal Diaz's radio buzzed. General Torres. Recon 12, SEALs inbound. Keep those lizards busy. Elena nodded. Copy, let's dance. The capture teams moved like predators, their claws slicing air. Elena's squad used rubble for cover, baiting them into a crossfire. Chen's M4 dropped one. Harper's lance burned another. Sarge, these guys are personal, Diaz yelled, tossing a flashbang. The blast disoriented the hunters, and Elena's team pounced, knives finishing the job. No one's caging us, Elena growled. Above, SEALs parachuted in, their gunfire joining the fray. Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's war room was a tomb. Holofeeds showing 60% Vanguard losses. Capture teams dead, he roared. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was limp. Vasquez's squad, they're untouchable. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles quivered, showing SEALs landing. Human elite, sir. Far deadlier than reservists. Silax's eyes bulged. Deadlier, and we're fighting civilians? Vren's console flashed. Global human networks, now coordinating defenses across continents. Officer's bioluminescence faded. Panic choking the air. Cleith stammered, "They're broadcasts. Civilians arming. Factories churning weapons." Vasquez's fights unified them. Silax's tail coiled. "Unified? By 10 reservists," Vren whispered. "Their SEALs are slaughtering our troops. We can't match their speed." Silax roared, "Deploy the orbital disruptor. Jam their comms." Clith gulped. "Sir, it'll expose our fleet's position." On Earth, a Zorathian disruptor pulsed, scrambling radios. Diaz cursed. "Sarge, comms are down." Elena, unfazed, used hand signals, directing her squad to link with SEALs. A SEAL, Lieutenant Kane, nodded. "Vasquez, you're insane. Love it. Let's hit their command post." Harper's lance cleared a path, Chen's grenades blasting Zorathians. The squad stormed a landed Zorathian pod, capturing its comms gear. "Sarge, we've got their tech," Diaz cheered. Silax's holo showed the pod's loss, his scales paling. "They took our comms?" Vren's crest shook. "Vasquez is learning our systems." Clith's tentacles curled. "Sir, their global response. Navies, air forces, billions ready. We're outmatched." Silax's mandibles trembled. Recon Unit 12 was Earth's spear, piercing the Zorathians' arrogance. "Send the dreadnought," Silax hissed. "Burn Vasquez's squad." But dreadnought, could a dreadnought stop a planet united by 10 stubborn humans? Fort Bragg's ground shook as a Zorathian dreadnought descended, its cannons glowing with plasma. Sergeant Elena Vasquez rallied Recon Unit 12, now joined by SEALs under Lieutenant Kane. "Chen, Harper, cover the flanks," Elena barked. Private Chen, battered, fired at Zorathian troops pouring from the dreadnought. Specialist Harper's scavenged lance sparked, melting armor. Corporal Diaz, clutching captured Zorathian comms, shouted, "Sarge, I'm decoding their chatter. Orders to kill you." Elena grinned. "Let 'em try." The SEALs and reservists fought as one, using wrecked Zorathian pods for cover. Kane's sniper rifle dropped a commander, while Harper's lance disabled a cannon. "Sarge, this is nuts!" Chen yelled, dodging plasma. Elena's M4 barked, hitting vents. "Nuts is our specialty." Tanks roared in, their shells pounding the dreadnought's shields. Above, F-35S screamed, missiles cracking its hull. General Torres's voice broke through restored comms. "Recon 12, you're Earth's heart. Hold." On the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's war room was a graveyard. Holofeeds showing 65% losses. The dreadnoughts faltering, he roared. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was ash gray. Vasquez's squad. They're coordinating with elites. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, displaying human tanks and jets. Their technology's crude, but their tactics, lethal. Silax's eyes burned. Tactics, from reservists. Vren's console flashed. Human broadcasts, now global, showing Earth's unified defiance. Officers' bioluminescence died. Despair thick, Clith stammered. Intercepts. Recon 12 is weekend warriors. Teachers, mechanics. Their special forces are worse. Silax's tail froze. Worse? And we're losing? Vren whispered. Their planet's retooling. Civilian factories arming millions. Silax roared, launch the void bombs, obliterate their base. Clith gulped. Sir, it'll reveal our fleet to their satellites. On Earth, void bombs fell, warping gravity. Chen screamed, pinned by invisible force. Sarge, it's crushing us. Elena, straining, dragged him to cover. Harper, overload that lance. Harper wired the lance to a Zarathian power cell, firing a pulse that disrupted the bomb's fields. The squad broke free, joining SEALs to storm the dreadnought's ramp. Diaz hacked its controls, venting plasma inward, crippling it. Sarge, we own this ship, he laughed. Silax's hollow showed the dreadnought's fall, his mandibles quivering. They boarded it. Vren's crest collapsed. Vasquez's relentless. Clith's tentacles curled. Sir, their satellites spotted our fleet. They're launching rockets. Silax's scales paled. Recon Unit 12 was Earth's fist, smashing Zarathian pride. Recall all units, Silax hissed. We retreat. But panic surged. Could they escape a planet that turned reservists into legends? Fort Bragg's battlefield was littered with Zarathian wrecks. The dreadnought smoldering as Recon Unit 12 and SEALs secured it. Sergeant Elena Vasquez checked her squad. Private Chen, bruised but firing. Specialist Harper tinkering with Zarathian tech. Corporal Diaz decoding alien signals. Lieutenant Kane, the SEAL leader, grinned. Vasquez, you're a damn nightmare. Elena smirked. Just another weekend. General Torres's voice crackled. Recon 12, satellites show their fleet retreating. You broke 'em. Zarathian stragglers fought desperately, but human tanks and jets overwhelmed them. Harper's lance blasted a final soldier, while Chen's M4 silenced another. Sarge, we're mopping up, Diaz shouted, hacking the dreadnought's logs. Got their invasion plans, targets, ships, everything. Elena nodded. Send it to command. Let's end this. Above, human rockets launched, targeting Zarathian ships in orbit, their trails lighting the sky. Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's war room was a funeral. Holofeeds showing 70% losses. Retreat failing, he roared. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was gone, voice hollow. Their rockets are locking on, sir. Vasquez's squad gave them our codes. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, displaying human broadcasts, billions cheering, factories arming. Their reservists sparked a planetary war machine, he stammered. Silax's eyes bulged. Reservists. Officers' bioluminescence was dark, panic choking them. Vren whispered, Intercepts, Recon 12, civilians with jobs, ignited this. Their elites are hunting our ships. Silax's tail coiled. Civilians, and we're fleeing? Clith's voice cracked. Their social media. Heroes named Vasquez, Chen, Harper, uniting their world. Silax roared, Activate the warp jammer! Trap their rockets! Clith gulped. Sir, it'll trap us too! On Earth, a Zarathian warp jammer pulsed, stalling human rockets. Chen cursed. Sarge, our missiles are stuck! Elena, inside the dreadnought, spotted its control core. Harper, Diaz, rig it to blow. Harper wired the lance to the core. Diaz sinking explosives. The blast would disable the jammer. SEALs covered them, Kane sniping stragglers. The core detonated, freeing the rockets. "Sarge, we did it!" Harper whooped. Rockets slammed Zarathian ships, fireballs blooming in orbit. Silax's hollow showed the jammer's failure, his scales ghost white. "They destroyed it?" Vren's voice shook. "Vasquez's squad, they're demons." Cleith's tentacles curled. "Sir, they're elites. SEALs, Rangers, are boarding our ships." Silax's mandibles trembled. Recon Unit 12 had turned Earth into a juggernaut, and the Zarathians' fleet was collapsing. "Abandon ship," Silax hissed. "Save who we can." But dread gripped him. Could they outrun a species that made reservists unstoppable? Fort Bragg's battlefield glowed with burning Zarathian ships, human rockets tearing through the retreating fleet. Sergeant Elena Vasquez led Recon Unit 12 out of the dreadnought's wreckage, her reservists battered but triumphant. Private Chen, arm bandaged, grinned. "Sarge, we're alien slayers now." Specialist Harper, clutching a Zarathian datapad, decoded its files. "Their whole invasion plan's here." Corporal Diaz's radio buzzed. "General Torres. Recon 12, SEALs and Rangers are boarding enemy ships. You've changed the war." Human special forces stormed Zarathian vessels in orbit, using captured codes from Diaz. Elena's squad secured the ground, mopping up stragglers. Harper's lance fried a fleeing alien, while Chen's M4 dropped another. "Sarge, they're running scared," Diaz shouted, relaying data to command. Elena spotted a Zarathian officer, wounded but alive. "Kane, cover me, I'm taking that one alive." Lieutenant Kane nodded, SEALs forming a perimeter. Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's war room was a panic zone. Holofeeds showing 75% losses. "They're boarding us?" he roared, scales peeling. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was dust. "Vasquez's codes cracked our defenses, sir." Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, displaying human broadcasts. Global unity. Factories arming billions. Their reservists sparked a species-wide war, he stammered. Silax's eyes burned. Reservists. Officer's bioluminescence was gone. Despair thick. Vren whispered, "Intercepts. Recon 12, part-time soldiers. Ignited this. Their elites are carving us." Silax's tail froze. "Part-time? And we're dying?" Cleith's voice cracked. "Their networks, heroes named Vasquez, Chen, billions inspired." Silax roared, "Activate self-destruct. Deny them our tech." Cleith gulped. "Sir, it'll kill our crew." Silax hissed, "Better than capture." On Earth, Elena interrogated the Zarathian officer, its scales dim. "Why attack us?" she demanded. It hissed, "You're weak. Primitives." Harper laughed, waving the datapad. "Weak? We've got your plans, lizard face." The officer's eyes widened, realizing their codes were compromised. Diaz's radio buzzed. SEALs reporting Zarathian ships self-destructing. "Sarge, they're torching their own fleet," Chen grinned. "Guess we scared 'em too much." Silax's hollow showed ships exploding, his mandibles trembling. "They captured an officer." Vren's voice shook. "Vasquez. She's unstoppable." Cleith's tentacles curled. "Sir, they're broadcasts. Earth's preparing for our return, not cowering." Silax's scales paled. Recon Unit 12 had turned Earth into a fortress, and the Zarathians' empire was crumbling. "Plea to warp," Silax whispered. "Save the flagship." But terror gripped him. Could they escape a planet that made civilians legends? Fort Bragg's battlefield was a graveyard of Zarathian wrecks. Recon Unit 12 guarding their captured officer. Sergeant Elena Vasquez eyed the alien, its scales dull. "Talk, or we dig deeper," she said, nodding to Specialist Harper, who waved the stolen datapad. Private Chen, patching his arm, chuckled. "Sarge, we're interrogators now." Corporal Diaz relayed the officer's files to command. General Torres responding, "Recon 12, you've cracked their strategy. Navy's chasing their flagship." Human forces dominated. SEALs and Rangers boarded Zorathian ships. Rockets pounded stragglers. Harper's lance sparked, keeping ground troops at bay. "Sarge, their tech's ours," he grinned. Elena directed Lieutenant Kane's SEALs to secure the area. The officer hissed, "You'll regret this, primitives." Elena smirked. "Regrets your department." Diaz's radio buzzed. Human satellites tracking the Unbroken Spear's warp signature. "Sarge, they're running!" Chen whooped. Aboard the flagship, Commander Silax's war room was a nightmare. Hollow feeds showing 80% losses. "They're chasing us," he roared, scales flaking. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was ash. "Vasquez's datapad gave them our warp codes, sir." Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, displaying human broadcasts, factories arming, civilians training. "They're reservists. Unified their planet," he stammered. Silax's eyes burned. "Unified?" Officer's bioluminescence was dead, panic choking them. Vren whispered, "Intercepts. Recon 12, part-time warriors, sparked this. Their elites are relentless." Silax's tail froze. "Part-time? And we're fleeing?" Cleeth's voice cracked. "Their networks. Vasquez's squad is legendary, inspiring billions." Silax roared, "Activate warp shields! Escape!" Cleeth gulped. "Sir, their rockets are adapting to our shields." On Earth, Elena's squad linked with arriving Rangers, fortifying Fort Bragg. Harper decoded more Zorathian files, revealing their empire's conquests. "Sarge, they've crushed 9 planets." Diaz sent the data to command, sparking global outrage. Human navies launched interceptors, targeting the Unbroken Spear. Kane grinned. "Vasquez, you've made Earth a beast." Elena nodded, firing at a stray Zorathian, "Just doing our job." Silax's hollow showed human rockets closing, his mandibles trembling. "They're adapting?" Vren's voice shook. "Vasquez's squad. They've exposed our empire." Cleeth's tentacles curled. "Sir, they're broadcasts. Earth's united, preparing for war." Silax's scales paled. Recon Unit 12 had turned Earth into a galactic threat, and the Zorathians' fleet was dust. "Abandon all but the flagship," Silax whispered. "We report to the Overlord." But dread surged. Could they face a species that made reservists unstoppable? Fort Bragg's battlefield quieted. Zorathian stragglers fleeing as human forces dominated. Sergeant Elena Vasquez stood over the captured officer. Recon Unit 12's reservists securing the area. Private Chen, arm slung, grinned. "Sarge, we're famous." Specialist Harper, decoding the Zorathian datapad, uncovered their overlord's orders. Conquer Earth or face execution. Corporal Diaz relayed to General Torres. Recon 12, datas sent. Navy's hunting their flagship. Torres replied, "You've saved Earth, Vasquez." Human interceptors chased the Unbroken Spear in orbit, while Rangers and SEALs cleared Fort Bragg. Harper's lance sparked, guarding the officer. "Sarge, their empire's brutal. 9 planets enslaved." Diaz broadcast the files globally, fueling human resolve. Lieutenant Kane, SEAL leader, clapped Elena's shoulder. "Your squad's a legend." Elena smirked. "Just reservists, Kane." Chen fired at a fleeing alien, laughing. "Reservists with attitude." Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax's war room was a crypt. Holofeeds showing 85% losses. "They're hunting us," he roared, scales cracking. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was gone. "Vasquez's data exposed our overlord, sir." Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, displaying human broadcasts. Billions arming, Earth united. "Their reservists sparked a galactic rebellion," he stammered. Silax's eyes burned. "Rebellion?" Officer's bioluminescence was extinct, terror thick. Vren whispered, "Intercepts. Recon 12, civilians, ignited this. Their navies are relentless." Silax's tail froze. "Civilians? And we're cornered?" Clith's voice cracked. Their networks, Vasquez's squad is a myth, inspiring their world. Silax roared, "Overload warp drive! Escape!" Clith gulped, "Sir, it'll destroy us." Silax hissed, "Better than facing their wrath." On Earth, Elena's squad fortified Fort Bragg, human jets patrolling above. Harper decoded the officer's confession. Zorathians feared Earth's adaptability. "Sarge, they're terrified of us." Diaz sent it to command, sparking global cheers. Human rockets slammed the Unbroken Spear's shields, its warp drive faltering. Kane grinned. "Vasquez, you've broken an empire." Elena nodded, reloading. "Just another drill." Silax's holo showed the flagship's shields failing, his mandibles trembling. "They're winning!" Vren's voice shook. "Vasquez, she's their soul!" Cleeth's tentacles curled. "Sir, they're broadcasts. Earth's ready for our return, not scared." Silax's scales paled. Recon Unit 12 had turned Earth into a galactic juggernaut, and the Zorathians' empire was collapsing. "Surrender," Silax whispered. "Beg mercy." But dread surged. Could mercy exist for invaders who met Earth's reservists? Fort Bragg's battlefield was a testament to human grit. Recon Unit 12 standing tall amid Zorathian wreckage. Sergeant Elena Vasquez watched human jets dominate the sky, her reservists guarding the captured officer. Private Chen, grinning despite wounds, said, "Sarge, we're history makers." Specialist Harper, analyzing the Zorathian datapad, uncovered their surrender signal. "They're begging to quit," Corporal Diaz relayed to General Torres. "Recon 12, they're surrendering. We've won." Torres replied, "Vasquez, you're Earth's heroes." Human forces secured Fort Bragg, SEALs and Rangers rounding up Zorathian survivors. Harper's lance deterred stragglers, while Chen patched Diaz's gear. "Sarge, we broke an empire!" Diaz laughed, broadcasting the surrender globally. Lieutenant Kane, SEAL leader, nodded. "Vasquez, your squad's changed everything." Elena shrugged. "Just reservists doing our job." The officer, scales dim, hissed, "You've doomed us." Elena smirked. "You doomed yourselves." Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax knelt. Holofeeds showing 90% losses. "Surrender sent," he whispered, scales falling. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was dust. Vasquez's data. It exposed our empire's crimes. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles shook, displaying human broadcasts. Billions celebrating. Earth united. Their reservists sparked a new era, he stammered. Silax's eyes dimmed. Reservists. Officer's bioluminescence was gone, shame thick. Vren whispered, "Intercepts, Recon 12, part-time warriors, ignited this. Their world's unstoppable." Silax's tail sagged. "Part-time? And we're broken." Cleith's voice cracked. "Their networks, Vasquez's squad is a legend, uniting their species." Silax hissed, "Signal mercy. Pray they accept." Clith gulped, "Sir, their history, mercy's not guaranteed." On Earth, Elena's squad met human commanders, the officer in chains. Harper shared the datapad's files. Zorathian conquests, now Earth's leverage. "Sarge, we're diplomats now." Chen grinned, watching jets land. Diaz's broadcast sparked global unity. Factories retooling. Civilians training. Torres arrived, saluting. "Vasquez, you've saved Earth." Elena nodded, reloading. "Just held the line, sir." Human rockets secured the sky. Zorathian ships surrendering. Silax's holo showed human forces accepting surrender. His mandibles trembling. "They're sparing us," Vren's voice shook. "Vasquez, she's their heart." Clythe's tentacles curled. "Sir, they're broadcasts. Earth's preparing, not resting." Silax's scales paled. Recon Unit 12 had turned Earth into a galactic power, and the Zorathians' empire was dust. "Face their judgment," Silax whispered. "We've lost." But hope flickered. Could Earth's mercy outweigh their wrath? Fort Bragg's battlefield was calm. Zorathian ships grounded, their survivors in human custody. Sergeant Elena Vasquez stood with Recon Unit 12, her reservists hailed as heroes. Private Chen, arm slung, grinned. Sarge, we're galactic rock stars. Specialist Harper, clutching the Zorathian datapad, shared its final secrets. Overlord's retreat orders. Corporal Diaz broadcast them globally. General Torres saluting. Recon 12, you've redefined Earth. Welcome to history. Elena smirked. Just another drill, sir. Human forces secured the area. SEALs and Rangers guarding prisoners. Harper's lance, now a trophy, rested by Chen's side. Sarge, we've got their Empire's playbook. Diaz's broadcasts united billions. Factories arming, nations cooperating. Lieutenant Kane, SEAL leader, laughed. Vasquez, you turned reservists into legends. Elena shrugged. Team effort. The Zorathian officer, scales dull, whispered, You've changed the stars. Elena nodded. You picked the wrong planet. Aboard the Unbroken Spear, Commander Silax faced human negotiators via holo, his scales peeling. We yield, he said, voice broken. Sub-Commander Vren's crest was gone. Vasquez's data exposed our tyranny. Tactical Officer Clith's tentacles sagged, watching Earth's broadcasts. Billions celebrating, united. Their reservists birthed a galactic power, he murmured. Silax's eyes dimmed. Reservists. Officers' bioluminescence was extinct, awe replacing fear. Vren whispered. Intercepts. Recon 12, part-time warriors, sparked this. Earth's unstoppable. Silax's tail sagged. Part-time? And we're humbled? Cleith's voice softened. Their networks. Vasquez's squad is eternal, guiding their future. Silax nodded. Accept their terms. Human negotiators, led by Torres, offered mercy. Trials, not execution. Silax exhaled. They're better than us. On Earth, Elena's squad rested, watching jets patrol a peaceful sky. Harper's datapad revealed Zorathian fears. Earth's adaptability. They're weekend warriors who broke an empire. Sarge, we're myths, Chen laughed, toasting with water. Diaz's broadcasts sparked a new era. Earth arming, exploring space, united. Torres addressed the world. Recon 12 showed our strength. We're ready for the stars. Elena smiled. Just held the line. Months later, Earth thrived, its space program booming. Zorathian tech reverse-engineered. Elena and Recon Unit 12, now advisors, trained global forces. Silax, in custody, aided Earth, awed by its mercy. Chen, Harper, and Diaz became icons, their story uniting a planet. Elena, gazing at the stars, knew the galaxy watched. If reservists could stop an invasion, what could a united Earth achieve? Humanity, forged in fire, was no one's prey, and Recon Unit 12 proved it. Elena and Recon Unit 12 turned an alien invasion into a galactic wake-up call. Humanity's defiance proved Earth's no easy prey, sparking a new era of strength. Loved this HFY thrill? Let me know if you want a sequel or a fresh cosmic saga. Hit like, share with your squad, and subscribe for more interstellar epics. Thanks for riding with us.